Hey, the road's closed. Crap. Okay, we're gonna sneak past here. Welcome to Thursday Thoughts. It's Thursday. It's September. Right? Is it September, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
September 1st.
Woo.
Congratulations on making it through August.
Yeah.
So you're about to say congratulations on making it through October, and I was like,
No, not yet. We're getting there. Well, welcome. Today is story time. Who here, raise your hand if you have heard of my friend Johnny Cash. Anybody? Anybody not heard of him?
I've heard of
I haven't.
Okay.
Johnny
Johnny Cash. Okay. So we're going to tell you the story of Johnny Cash. So Johnny Cash was born in 1932 in Arkansas, and when he was little, his parents, so this is post-Depression America. Poor. He lived on a cotton farm, and his family, he had there were 7 kids in his family, and they lived in a house with no windows. Can you guys imagine that? Like, that was where that was their life. So when it got really cold, Mom had to put blankets up on the windows to keep the heat in. Okay, so he grew up really poor, working on this cotton farm with his brothers and sisters. And one of the things that he learned growing up was how to play the guitar. His mom taught him how to play the guitar. And so when he got older, he joined the Air Force and got married and had a couple kids, and but never, you know, that was his job, was to be in the Air Force, but he never lost that love for music. So he decided he would record some gospel music, and went to a recording studio and recorded some gospel music, and he was trying to get his songs on the radio, and it didn't really work. So he decided to start trying some different types of music, and he did, and actually got on the radio. Can you guys imagine that? Like, if you just decided you were gonna do that? Well, that's what he did. He got on the radio. His songs started to become, they played them a lot and became fairly popular among that local area. So he moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and started touring with his little band. And one of the consequences for Johnny Cash in starting to tour was he got addicted to drugs and alcohol, and really made some bad decisions. He was unfaithful to his wife, and just really made some poor decisions, being on the road all the time. They said that he traveled 300,000 miles on his tours throughout his life. So anyway, so a couple things. There was a couple of songs that Johnny Cash sang that I think really resonated. One of them was called Folsom Prison. Do you guys know what that song's about? So he wrote a song about what it's like to be in prison. And then Folsom Prison is a real prison in California, okay? And after he wrote that song, it became popular, and he decided one of the things he wanted to do was to perform that song at Folsom Prison. So he set up a concert at the prison with the inmates and sang that song to them. And he did that a couple of times, where he did concerts at the prison, because he said, these people are some of the people who need the songs, the music, the most. So Folsom Prison Blues was one of his hits. Another one was called The Man in Black. Have you guys heard that song? Okay. So later in his career, he sang that song, and it's about, he's kind of singing to the poor, the homeless, people who are having a rough time, people who are depressed. He said, I'm going to wear black for you, because I know it's not easy, and you're not having like a cheery, sunshiny day. And he was kind of singing to those people who needed it. And that's one of the things I admired about Johnny Cash. He made some big mistakes in his life, but one of the things that I love most about him was that he always tried to come back. So there were times he came back and quit using drugs and alcohol. He remarried a lady named June Carter and tried to straighten his life out. He always was trying to come back to Jesus. In fact, he wrote about, a lot of his songs reference that he was really trying to come back to the Savior and try and make good decisions, even though it was really hard for him to do so. But he kept trying, okay? And he wrote another song called I Walk the Line, okay? And that's probably one of his most famous songs. And I would encourage you to not walk the line, okay? Stay away from the line, okay? And I bet Johnny Cash would probably say the same thing, that, you know, trying to be a good person and do bad things is a pretty hard thing to do. That's kind of like walking the line. So if you can avoid those mistakes and try and learn from others who have gone down that path of just trying to make good decisions, then you're going to be better off. It also teaches us and teaches me that even though people do make mistakes like Johnny Cash did, that doesn't make them bad people, okay? The story of forgiveness with Johnny Cash is one of my favorites because he kept trying and you know, he was always offered that forgiveness from Jesus. And so I think that's really cool. It's one of my favorite stories. You know, not all rock stars or you know, musicians have that kind of story, and that's one of my favorites. So that's your Thursday Johnny Cash Thursday Thought with Brad.
I got it.